Hamjambo. We are waking up to the news that U.S. Ambassador Meg Whitman has resigned. Ooh, that's good riddance. She wasn't good for Kenya. What I mean by she wasn't good for Kenya, she helped to cement bad leadership in Kenya at the Ruto government. Actually, she validated the elections of Ruto when everybody thinks that it was rigged. And she also helped to help the country to go through an economic disaster, helped to shuttle the president from Kenya to the US using taxpayers' money, didn't care about the extrajudicial killings that happened back in June, didn't help the cause when people are protesting back in January about the high cost of living. At the same time, the embassy collects about 1 million a day from Kenyans. That's equivalent to about 30 million a month from Kenyans. So that means because the approval rate of Kenyan visa is almost less than 10%. So all the other money goes to the embassy. So in other words, that embassy is self-sustaining on Kenyan taxpayers' money. So how is that helpful to the Kenyan population when most people who go and apply visas there are peasants? Maybe someone sold a cow, or they borrowed money, or they shut down a business because they got an invitation, or they got a chance to go and apply for a visa. Those people, if someone ever comes to interview people who've lost, who have failed to get a visa in the US embassy, most of them are really suffering. They are worse off than when they went to apply for a visa. What kind of leadership is that? Although it's typical for ambassadors all over the world to decide if they're going to try to negotiate with the incoming government if there's a switch from one party to the other. It was apparent that she wasn't going to fit in the Trump's administration. Trump's ain't going to be able to babysit those African presidents who don't care about the people. I think she has already, after the Twitter went ballistic about people telling her to resign, I think she's woke up. And now she has understood that Kenyans don't like him, and she better leave before even she's asked to leave, because sometimes the incoming president decides whether to keep you or not. But in her case, she saw the wind coming and she was like, I got to get out of here, because whatever she was doing in Kenya is not to the benefit of Kenyan's population. Kenya is very well understood and very well positioned and in the African continent as a leader in so many things, and their leadership starts with the citizens, not with the leadership. Leaderships come and go, but citizenship needs must be taken care of so that stability can be enhanced. U.S. doesn't want a country that is so volatile right now with high employment, because that will be a bleeding ground for bad ideas like terrorism and stuff like that. So America don't want to take that chance, because America, after September 11, decided to fight the terrorists away from the homeland. I mean, American homeland. So any areas which can be able to foment or allow such bad guys to grow and thrive so that they can attack America, America ain't gonna let it happen. And Kenya was leading to that, because when you're oppressing people, young people who don't care, they can be easily be recruited. Another idea that she was trying to push is this woke ideas about transgender, abortion. Those things, they are not mainstream. I mean, nobody is fighting those things outrightly, but they should not be in the kitchen table. They should not be on the front line of news. That's a segment that should just be left to sit where it is, without shoveling through the throats of Kenyans. We understand people are diverse, and we appreciate that, but that's not something that every parent want to hear on TV or when you are or anywhere. I mean, it should be played down low. And I think that's why Democrats didn't win American elections, because most parents, most people with a good understanding of how the society runs, they don't want those things shoved through their throats. Nobody's fighting them. Nobody's killing them. So meet Meg Whitman. I can say goodbye to Kenya. I don't think Kenya will remember you for doing anything good for you. For them. And the damage that you did will be everlasting. If you look back, I don't know if you ever get this, but if you look back, the damage you did to the protesters who are trying to fight for their rights will be felt in Kenya for a very long time. And it affected the Gen Zs, it affected the parents, and it affected the whole entire society in Kenya. And that is a dent that will be remembered in Kenya for a long time. Hopefully now we can get someone who can come and level with the Kenyans, who can see Kenyans in the light that they want to be seen, who can understand that Kenyans want to drive events and want to decide their own destiny, who understands that the country is broke and we need to grow our own economy so we can be able to navigate through the problems that we have. Because right now, the trajectory that she was helping propagate through the current president was a losing proposition. Kenya, we should all clap today and look Kenya in a hopeful direction because better times are ahead. Asanteni sana. I'm excited. I'm happy. I can't lie, but I'm just happy that things turned out to be the way they are. Kenyans needed that break, and it's come. Asanteni. David Karaja here, Diaspora Investor Hub.